You work at home with a good salary, but you can't go out on the weekends. That's called 2020 in a nutshell, baby. How did I get into this nutshell? My tooth. "99 face problems, but booty ain't one." Replied to that, by the way. And they said, "I have no one to go out with. Maybe a cat and maybe a snake. People are overrated." Oh, thank you, Genghis Khan, for the mega cheer. You have 9 lives, but you are a cat. I would not hit the button. Happier being a human being. Good question, though. Very simple question. You can have a wee with anyone you desire, but you are severally depressed until you find the man/woman you were originally going to marry. I think we already know we're going to not hit the button on this one. Even if, I were single, that seems like a bad... It's like you could have a little bit of fun, but you also are going to hate the rest of your life. But also, being married already, that's an easy non-button press. Will you press the button? You can go to any place in the world whenever you want, but you can only eat badly made food from the country. That's called taking a vacation in England. Hi-oh. Just joking. Just joking. I feel like this is the easiest button press of all time because it would suck to instantly travel any place in the world for free and only eat crappy food. But you could always travel easily for free, eat crappy food, but enjoy the, culture and the sights and the so on and the so forth. And then if you really wanted to go on like a foodie vacation, just buy a plane ticket. That's how I see it. That's how I'm taking this one. I don't think that's bad faith. Like, I think that's... Or are you saying for the rest you can instantly travel? Well, it doesn't say instantly. Well, it says whenever you want. I want to go instantly. And then the downside is not while you're in another country, you have to eat bad food. You have to eat badly made food from the country. So like even when I'm at home, the only food that I can eat can't come from Vancouver. It has to come from like Delta, the farm suburb that's like an hour south of the city. I'm going to, you know what? You've convinced me. I'm not going to hit the button because I just don't get it. Dude, the top comment. It's okay. I've always wanted to go to the UK. I stole their joke. You will be given the ability to die and come back to life 3 days later, spawning where you last died. But you will experience a large amount of pain each time. I mean, yes. Probably better than just being dead. I don't think I would do it for fun, but couldn't you just die of natural causes and then come back 3 days later anyway? You will experience a large amount of pain each time. The top comment. I believe Jesus pressed this button. Good one, Pauline. That's a good joke. I like the way you phrased it. You are young and beautiful forever, but you have the world's worst voice. I hate that I'm stealing these jokes from chat, but impossible. Or not chat, sorry, the comments. The world's worst voice job has already been filled by Justin Bieber. Oh my God. He went there, man. He went there. Honestly, I mean, this is for me personally. I don't place a lot of value on physical vanity. I feel like having a nice voice works to my occupational advantage. To be fair, being beautiful forever probably would as well, but I feel like I feel like there's almost a downside to being beautiful forever, like young and beautiful forever. I feel like if you're like if I saw an 80-year-old dude and he looked like a 25-year-old guy and he was like, I was born in 1940, I would be like, yo, you're fucking weird, man. That's weird. If you're 80 and look 60, I'd be like, good for you. If you're 80 and you look 20, I'm like, what the heck happened? You know? Something's not right. Yeah, plus you sound like a weirdo. You sound like a total loser. You sound like Justin Bieber. Anyway, I'm not going to push this button. Oh, many people chose not to push the button. I feel like it's a wise decision. I bet it sucks because everybody's going like Gilbert Gottfried. I feel like Gilbert Gottfried has a good sense of humor, obviously, but he's also not young and beautiful forever. So he's like, somebody already pressed the button for me and I didn't even get the credit. You have an invisible eye on your neck and have a perfect view in all directions. Your neck looks completely normal, but you can't close your invisible eye? Just a very heavy, weird energy coming off of this. I don't really see a huge advantage to having an invisible eye on my neck. I could see behind me, but I don't find myself in a threatening environment on the regular where that happens and would be relevant. You're right, I didn't consider it. It can see in all directions. That's a good point. I also feel like it would make falling asleep a little bit harder. To not be able to close my invisible eye. So I'm going to hit this with an I will not. Really? You could just wear a scarf? Yeah, but I feel like I'd rather not sleep with a scarf. Like I'd rather sleep normally than sleep with a scarf, and I don't feel like I get that much value out of Sauron's eye being on my neck, and it can see in all directions even though my neck looks completely normal. Anyway, next. You get superpowers, but so does everyone else. You know what? That's an I will not. Dude, that's so scary. I trust myself to not be a total asshole with superpowers. Can you imagine? Like, have you been watching the news lately? If everybody had superpowers, it would be horrible. They absolutely cannot be trusted. On the other hand, how can you stop a bad guy with superpowers unless you have a good guy with superpowers? Riddle me this. Probably move on to the next one here. Every day, an attractive and wealthy member of the opposite gender will fall helplessly in love with you. But this includes people who are married, taken, and those you haven't met before. Polygamy will be banned and shunned throughout the world. Oh, so this is obviously a work of fiction. This honestly just seems like a big problem right now. So I would not hit the button. Honestly, it seems like kind of a big problem if you're single too. Like I know that in some, like 56% of people hit the button, right? Which is crazy, but like, you're like, wow, amazing. I get like my pick of the litter or whatever. But you're kind of like ruining people's lives every day. And it does say every day it happens. That sounds like low key kind of like frustrating. You're like, oh, can I just take like one day off from being this desirable? No, thank you. Will you press the button? You will never have to go to the toilet again, but toilets are made extremely comfortable, and they have the soft quilted toilet paper. We're going to slam this button as hard as possible. There's literally, it's just upside for the rest of the world. Would I still go to the toilet? Probably not. I'm not just going to go to the bathroom and stare at the wall and sit on a nice chair for sport if I don't have to. But everybody else is going to be like, thanks for hitting that button. I got the nice quilted toilet paper. There's no downside. Yeah, plus there would be no ad breaks for streaming. You can be a character of your favorite movie, series, anime, or game, but you will be the most pathetic character. No? Like, obviously no? Yeah, that's no upside. That's the rare no upside question. You get to be the pawn in chess. You can absorb all of the knowledge of a book just by touching it, but you get a migraine every day. This seems like a heavy no. A migraine every day would be incredibly debilitating. And I know you're like, NL, you could still probably touch like 1,000 books a day minimum. Yeah. But like, so what? You get a migraine every day. That sounds terrible. I will not press the button. I've never had a migraine, to the best of my knowledge. Maybe I've had them, but they just feel like headaches to me because I'm built different. But everybody who has migraines is always like they're the worst headache you could ever possibly have. And like the really bad ones like make you want to like gouge like your own ears out to try to get at the source of the pain, right? 56% of people never had a migraine or are built not different. You will become twice as knowledgeable, but half your heart is damaged by a heart attack. One of the easiest no's of all time. Not even close. Would be nice to have twice as much knowledge. But, you know, when your heart craps out, like you only get one of them. When your heart craps out, you're in a lot of trouble. I think that I could realistically become twice as knowledgeable. All I would have to do is read one more book. Will you press the button? You're immune to cancer, but you have to spend a year of your life in an underground laboratory while scientists try to figure out how to make a vaccine out of you. You gotta be a real piece of garbage to not hit this button. First off, immunity to cancer. Kind of its own superpower. Secondly, you're a hero. Taking a year off from work would really set back my streaming career, but still. I don't know how the vaccine would work, but still. Yeah, plus I could take up cigar smoking. Who took my cigars? You are able to travel through time and space. One step ahead of you. After you leave your 100th destination, you are sent to Europe in the year 1348 and must live out the remainder of your life there. Okay, this seems like you get the ability to time travel 99 times for free with no consequence whatsoever. Except the obvious ones where if like you step on a bug, then it completely changes human history. But yeah, hit that button. It's a pretty easy one. You have the ability to feel the effect of any drug of your choice without any physical or mental downside. That doesn't even make sense. Like, the upside doesn't make sense to me. Isn't the mental downside part of the charm? So what, you could have 12 beers and feel what that feels like, but still be a great driver? It doesn't make any sense. But you have to listen to the entire song of Bewitched by Blood on the Dance Floor once. Not even every time you do it, just once and it's over. I mean, I guess I would push the button. It's not a song that's like 300 years long, right? It's probably like 10 minutes or something at most. I don't even want the upside, but it seems like a gimme. Website's down again. 3 minutes, 55 seconds, no problem. And I can finally see what all the appeal of Crocodile is. You can live in any fictional universe you want to, but you're the villain. Still, like this fictional universe stuff always is like kind of weird to me. So like, propose one that you would like to be in. You want to be Joker in the Batman universe? We live like in the Batman universe, basically. There's just no Batman, but like, you don't get to be Batman, you get to be the Joker. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, you could be the Ender Dragon in Minecraft. This is like a heavy no. It just doesn't even make sense to me. 71% said yes. Pokemon is real, but Team Rocket is always successful at stealing your Pokemon. Top comment. Kill those sons of bitches. Libby? That's a little extreme. I would definitely hit you with a heavy no here. Can you imagine if like they stole your pets all the time? That would suck. We'll probably do, oh my god, we did this for like an hour and a half. Probably do like another 20 minutes, then we'll move on to some chess puzzles. Maybe another 10 minutes, then we'll move on to some chess puzzles. Will you press the button? You live forever, but you still age. I understand the problem here. But like, what is life, you know? Like, because you wouldn't just be like a skeleton if you were like 500 years old, right? I mean, I guess I'll hit no on this. I'll hit no. Doesn't make sense to me. You may now save lives with just your touch at a cost of a week of your life, but you are now only able to use it on strangers. This one's hard. Would I give up a week of my life to save someone's life, especially if they were even younger? Like if there was like like a kid or something like that, of course, right? But I also feel like you would never be able to live the rest of your life, you know? Like you would constantly be inundated with requests every single day to just like do it. And I think it would weigh on you like very heavily, right? Because you're like, how much do you give? Okay, I save 52 people and I give a year of my life away. That's not enough. People are like, just do it one more time and I could live for another 80 years. And you'd be like, I just 1 week of my life for 80 years of someone else's life? That's a good trade. But then I think you'd give up too much. I don't know. I don't want that responsibility. That's too much. That's too much. Even though you don't have to use it, I think you would feel guilty forever. You are able to read minds, but everything you read is negative about you. That's already what it's like to read the YouTube. This is what it's like to read the YouTube comments. The comments on YouTube is what it's like. No, maybe, I don't know. Next. You can go back in time with the ability to personally save any one person from their original death. But you will be stuck back in time period for the rest of your life. I feel like this is a big upside. I think you definitely press. And then save Kobe. It's a good one, actually. But yeah, I think you use it and you just use it on somebody that you want to save with like within the past few years. Right? And then like in a year you're like back to normal. Or do you just live in some... I don't think they're implying that there's some kind of weird time loop where you're going to live the same year over and over again. Yeah, I would live through 2020 again to save Kobe. No problem. Assuming it doesn't take an extra year off of my life, especially. I think this is in the spirit of the question. I'm hitting the button. I can't believe 43% of people said no. You're invincible to any and all attacks. No, I didn't read the comment on that one because it was too spicy. You're invincible to any and all attacks, but you'll feel all the pain you're directly responsible for. This feels like a very easy yes, because like this is a superpower and this is just guilt. So sure. That's an easy one. Tank build. You can have any movie star you want at your beck and call. Whatever you do with this movie star will be recorded for a new hit reality show. Actually, like the easiest button press of all time. I could start like my own Amazon Prime show with John C. Reilly or something like that. That sounds amazing. Or like me and John Hamm having adventures. This sounds like a good time. So this tells you what you need to know, which is 40% of people were like, I don't want anyone to film me fucking. That is your low baseline right there. For the percentage of people that were like, I would only hang out with a celebrity if I could have intercourse with them, but I don't want any cameras there. That's scary, man. 40% of the internet's population is in horny jail. And what should freak you out as well is that a certain percentage of people that's what they wanted from the movie star are over here because they're like, yeah, film that shit. I don't care. That's scary, man. That's frightening. You can speak every language fluently, but you have a terrible stutter. I have nothing against stuttering. It would impede my ability to do my job. If I were in a job where I didn't have to speak verbally all the time, I think that's an easy yes, quite frankly. You can control the thoughts and emotions of others, but your subconscious desires also manipulate others, so you can never be certain what others really think or feel about you. Very weird energy. There should be 3 buttons. The button, no button, and then slap the person digitally, not physically. Digital slap to the person who wrote the question for weirdness. You know, like the bonk. Yeah, horny jail bonk. There should be a bonk button. That's like, go to weirdo prison. You could make the girl in your English class love you, but you'll never know if she loves you for real. Which she doesn't, because you used your power to create it, but it'll constantly like rot at you a little bit. Weird question. You will learn and fully comprehend the ultimate truth about how the universe functions. But you may not like what you learn, and you may not share the information with anybody. I will press the button. So the top comment here from 5 years ago is from Noob Slayer. XXX underscore Noob Slayer underscore XXX. And here's what it says verbatim. I say I know it. Scientists will pay me that's not even like a quadrillion. That's like, I don't even know, like 1 octillion euro. So let me start here. I say I know it. Scientists will pay me 1 trillion euro to tell them. And then I am like, fuck yeah, I ain't telling any shit. That is 21 thumbs ups. Anyway, I'm going to hit the button. You could become a movie star, but only in Rob Schneider movies? Honestly, why not? That's not so bad. You're still a movie star. And honestly, I don't think the movies that Rob Schneider is in are any good, but they're probably fun to make and you get paid. What's wrong with that? Plus, Rob Schneider has been in... He's in Home Alone 2. It's not a horrible movie. Kind of the message is horrible. He's in Demolition Man. Those are fun movies. And even if you're in, Deuce Bigelow, who cares? He's in Judge Dredd. Yeah. You may legally drive drunk, but drinking affects your driving skills 10 times as much. So basically this question is like, are you okay with killing people if you could be drunk in your car? Even the top reply is, why would anyone ever want to do this? This just doesn't even make any sense. I would... That's a bonk. Go to weirdo jail. I will not. It just doesn't even make sense. I hate these questions. You go to weirdo jail as well, please. Oh my God. You can make every single time. You can make people do whatever you want. They're aware you're doing it to them and will feel whatever physical and emotional pain you cause them. I will not. I don't even want to list the top comment, but it's what you'd expect. Get free computers/technology for life, but you cannot own a car. That's an interesting one. That's a tough one. Owning a car is very helpful. Here's, I guess my question would be, what is technology? Like, could I get a stealth bomber? It's a plane, but it's also technology. Oh, you cannot own a car. You could lease a car, though. I'm trying to think. What's the sum total of... Like, here's... if you give me an unlimited technology budget, what would I buy right now? I honestly don't have an answer. Like, I don't even want a new video card because then I have to put it in, you know? But then, I don't know. I honestly think it's tough. It's tough. I feel like if you just look at it, like, financially speaking, you would be like, you know what? This is worth way more financially than this. Because, like, let's say a car is like 20 grand, takes a lot of $10 Uber rides to get you here, you know? And in the meantime, even if you start to spend more on Uber than you would have on a car plus gas plus insurance, etc., if you're ever like, oh crap, I just spent, I'm 5,000 up on my Uber budget for the last like 2 years, well then, okay, just get yourself a freaking like one of those computers that NASA has or something. Get yourself the wall monitor that John King uses during the U.S. election coverage on CNN. That thing's probably worth like 250 grand by itself. He's tapping all the counties and the graphs are coming up and he's tweaking like, if 6 people vote this way, like I think you definitely push the button here. You get free ice cream for the rest of your life whenever you want. But you have to eat an earthworm before each time you eat ice cream. No. I will not. Because this ruins ice cream. I would just never eat ice cream again. The main thing stopping me from eating ice cream is not a financial penalty. It's not the cheapest thing in the world, but it's not like I've ever gone to like, the grocery store and been like, whoa, $5 for a tub of ice cream? That's crazy. I will not press the button. Okay, I'm in the minority on that one. Have a 60% chance to win $100 million, but drop dead if you don't. Okay, a 40% chance to die. No. It's that easy. 50-50, huh? Dude, I'm actually going through like an existential crisis because you know that it's like mostly 12 to 15-year-old kids that are answering these questions, right? The idea of like my daughter in 15 years clicking the button on this one and being like, yeah, if I die, no big deal. Like, it just breaks my heart. This hypothetical situation has actually caused me like a great spiritual pain. I'll be like, really? You give you like a coin flip basically to die for $100 million? It's just money. Think of all the Bugattis I could buy, Dad. Guess the Pagani Zonda's not good enough for you, huh? Okay. Will you press the button? Crazy, senseless lovemaking with Emma Watson, but you gotta fuck a corpse. Probably a no on that one. Also, heavy bonk, go to horny jail. Any downside, that is, you gotta do a corpse, is gonna be on the... it's gonna have a very, very... the barrier to entry is high. Then again, Ben Franklin did say, no cats are gray in the dark, if you know what I mean. I think that means if you close your eyes, Ben Franklin would have sex with a zombie. You personally enter the bonk, go to weirdo jail. You can read anything you want in 5 minutes or less, but you are not allowed to read Homestuck ever again. One of the easiest button presses of all time. You become immune to extreme heat. But you will sometimes catch fire for no reason at all. No. Obviously no. Why? 65% of people are like, yeah, that's worth it. Yeah, you're immune to the fire. But like, okay, you're in your house and now you're on fire. You burn your whole house down. You could hurt people that you're around. You're sleeping next to your wife in a bed and then you can't sleep because my bed's on fire. Don't touch me, I'm a real live wire. And what is even the advantage of being immune to extreme heat? I finally take that vacation to the inside of a volcano like I've always wanted to. Like, it's not even a bonus. Doesn't even make any sense. This question sucks. Everyone who answered yes sucks and is wrong. You will have magical powers and a talking cat, but you will have to stop evil whenever you see it. Like, I guess? Sure. All right. Why not? You are skinny for life and can eat whatever you want, but others will see you as fat. So it's kind of like an inverted shallow Hal situation. It's like a vain Hal. So, I don't know how to answer the question. You can be skinny for life, no matter what you eat. But others will see you as fat, no matter what you eat. I think it's probably more comfortable to be skinny than fat. So on a personal level, I do think that there's probably some upside. And on some level, like, who cares what other people think? And you get to eat all that delicious food. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's our groceries. Let's go. But like, I don't know. Like, I kind of feel like this is mega not... Yeah, there you go. You could eat whatever you want. You could eat poison. You could eat garbage and rocks. I don't know. I feel like you should not hit the button. My reason for this is that you could become either of these through the power of your own actions. It's that easy. You could be skinny for life and have other people see you as skinny through the power of habit. Or you could eat whatever you want and others will see you as overweight through the power of habit. So I would not hit the button. That's my take. I don't really get it. Everything would smell delicious for you, but you would change gender every time you sneeze. Probably would not hit the button. It would be personally confusing. It would be confusing for me on a personal level. If you hit the button, that's cool with me. I also feel like the plus is almost a minus. You know what I mean? And maybe the minus is a plus for some people. But everything smelling delicious actually seems like a curse. Like, oh, wow, oh, is that dog shit? Yum, yum. Like, everyone's going to be like, what's wrong with this person? Ah, yeah, natural gas. Ooh, did you poop your pants? It smells so nice, you know? I choose not to hit the button this time. Your words make everyone love and respect you, but you can't talk to people until they've touched your genitals. I will not press the button. Already got the first one easily, just through the power of personality. You can travel to parallel universes, but you run the constant risk of being confused, go insane, and create paradoxes that erase you from time. So, like, you can see, yeah, if you're curious, you can scratch that itch and see what's going on in, like, Earth 217. On the other hand, there is a chance you could erase yourself from the timeline and maybe also go insane. Or at the very least be confused. Probably no. A lot of these do have mouth energy. There's no doubt about that. Would you... Okay, you get sandwiches. You get one sandwich for free every day. But every time you put on your shoes, you explode. Would you push the button? You can travel to any fictional universes, however long as you please, and can return to Earth and travel to a different universe. But you can only travel with one other person. It's like, the downside is like, but you can only share this power with one other person. And you can only interact with each other on Earth for the rest of your lives. I mean, that's tough, right? Because, like, I don't know, like, is weird. I don't really think it's like a huge upside. I don't know why everybody's trying to escape to these fictional universes. Like, most of the fictional universes that people watch would be like terrible places to live in. They're always fraught with danger. Like, you think a virus is like the kind of thing that's going to really impede your lifestyle? Yeah, go enter like My Hero Academia, where like supervillains are coming down from the sky and like shoving citizens inside their like slimy bodies and stuff like that. It's way scarier, man. Like, you escape to the world, but you stay away from the danger of the world by watching it through the protective lens of a screen. You know what I mean? I don't want to go to to these fictional worlds. Why not live in Seinfeld? It's just New York, right? Anyway, I don't know. Only being able to interact with one other person, now that we have a family of 3, just for the benefit of being able to go to a fictional universe, I will not. Yeah, but you could JO with Goku? That's true. You are given the phone number of your favorite person, real or fictional, and they will answer whenever you call. For every minute you speak to them, you lose a week of your life. Absolutely not. Are you stupid? Are you dumb? It doesn't make any sense. Although that would be sick, dude. What if you could call like Aristotle? Yeah, or you could call like Jesus Christ or something like that. You would get an English master degree, but every grammar error will shoot unbearable pain to your body. Okay, so that's on purpose. No, for sure, no. Because this is bad, and this is worse. Anyway, you can see through walls, but you can never see walls at all, which would make navigating difficult. Yeah, it seems like a big no. I just don't like seeing through walls non-optionally actually just seems like a detriment instead of a positive. You get everything you ask for, but you get hit in the face every day at 12 p.m. I ask for a mask so I can't feel being hit in the face. You have the power to create world peace, but doing so would condemn you and all of your loved ones. To what? I push the button. To death? I don't know, that's tough. Maybe I wouldn't push the button. Or they'll just condemn them to like a life of no condiments. That's an easy one. You can do and have anything you want for as long as you want, but 50 people from every country die, no resurrection. I love this too because it's like, 50 people dying in Canada, it's not nothing. But you think about it, you're like, oh man, 50 people dying in Liechtenstein, that's going to be a bad day. I like that it's not 10,000 people worldwide. They're like, it's going to hurt every country equally. So here's the thing. Could you do anything you want for as long as you want? Could you cure diseases that would save more than 50 people? Yeah. Would I feel, because this is about like 10,000 people that would die, right? I don't know. Do I want to be the guy who killed 10,000 people directly to save millions of people directly? I don't know if I'm at that level of utilitarianism. I think people would be like, you're a hero. But I would be like, yeah, but I did kill the Pope and all the cardinals, right? I don't know. This is a very tough one. I think maybe I would push the button. This is the last one. No, let's not. let's do one more. This one, you can have literally anything you want, but a feminist tells you how wrong you are every time you do it. The top comment was, I would just put her in prison. That seems like an appropriate response to somebody criticizing you. You get your own island and $500 million as funding money, but China may nuke you in 5 years. May is the whole question of this hinges on May. China may nuke me right now. What are the odds? Infinitesimal. So like what's the May? Is it 1%? I would probably take a 1% chance of a nuclear bomb for $500 million. I'd have to think about it. I wouldn't just sign on the dotted line, but like back of the napkin calculation, I'd probably give it a try. If you were like a 10% chance of a nuke, definitely I'd talk that one over for a bit. I'd have to think about that. Anyway, for now, I think I mean, I'm going to assume that they mean like 50%. So I'm going to hit the button. Or I'm not going to hit the button. Oh, and there we go. We're back to the front. It's like poetry. It